A very good morning to all of you. This is Saili Rao from Jaro Education Corporate Relations team of Jaro Education. I welcome you all in today's webinar. Jaro Education is a leading edtech firm pioneer in executive education serving working professionals in partnership with Premium B Schools. It gives me immense pleasure to invite today's guest speakers for this seminar. We have with us Professor Gajanan, who holds a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from the College of Engineering, Gaindi, Chennai, and he has done PhD from the Department of Management Studies, IIT Madras. He has worked with Ernst & Young Global Shared Services, Bangalore, before joining the PhD program. At IIM Trichy, he teaches students at the master's and doctoral level, including working executives at the Chennai campus. It gives me immense pleasure to also welcome Professor Sirish, who holds a bachelor's from NIT Warangal and fellowship from IIM Bangalore. Currently, he is an assistant professor at IIM Trichy for Department of Operations. His expertise lies in sustainable operations, supply chain risk management, and behavioral operations. Dear sir, I welcome both of you for today's webinar. And I request all the participants to drop your queries in the chat box. These questions will be answered at the end of the session. I now request Professor Gajanan and Professor Sirish Kumar to take over the webinar.
Yeah, thank you, Saili.
Thank you, Saili.
And good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Gajanand. I also have Professor Sirish with me. Right, so just give me a moment while I share my screen.
Good morning, everyone. We are very happy to invite you to this webinar where we talk about the postgraduate certificate program in manufacturing management and analytics. So we want to first give you a gist of why we conceptualize this particular program in terms of the need for having a good executive education or program in the concept of manufacturing management. In our experience teaching executives, in our experience talking to industry professionals, through our consulting, through our research, we have identified a dire need for the management of manufacturing systems, primarily because many of the organizations that we have worked with, while they continue to expand their horizons in terms of skilling, reskilling, and upskilling, there is still a gap with respect to the kind of advancements which have happened in the industry across the globe, as well as the research that is happening in the teaching field. And we wanted to try to bridge that particular thing by conceptualizing this certificate program. Now, we start with this concept of operational leadership in the manufacturing management space and how we can effectively manage these manufacturing systems. So to start with, let us talk about why this managing manufacturing systems is important. So if you look at the overall business landscape, that is over the last few years, there are several changes which have happened, right? Especially in the recent past, we have all experienced this disruptions which have happened, not just with respect to our own lives, but also in the manufacturing sector. We have seen right from the recent past, starting from March 2020 till right now, we have seen different manufacturing firms, whether they are in the auto sector, whether they are in the healthcare sector, whether they are in the food and beverages sector, the FMCG industry. There have been several disruptions which have happened, not just because of the COVID-19 issue. Over the recent past, we have also seen that there have been tensions, not just between India and China, US and China. So the supplies which were primarily coming from the Far East have been highly disrupted. And this has led for the manufacturing firms to start to understand where should they actually try to optimize their overall production. How do they manage their overall inventory? How do they make sure that they meet the increasing demand, not only in the domestic market, but also in the export market, because of the increased quality perception of people across the world for products which are produced not only in the Far East, which is in China, but also India as a manufacturing sector has become very big, right? Many foreign multinational companies have started identifying India as a home for their production and distributions, recently we have all come across Tesla, the electric vehicle manufacturer, coming and joining hands with India in terms of large-scale production and distribution of their products. We have large manufacturers like Samsung, LG, MI, who have tried to identify India as a location for their production and distributions, given the kind of expertise that the workers have in this particular country, and also not only the expertise but also in respect to the cost. India stands very high with respect to providing the better value for the buck. Apart from this, there have been several policy level changes which have happened over the recent past. Our Honorable Prime Minister had coined the concept of Atmanirbhar Bharat, which talks about India becoming self-reliant not only in its production but also exporting the kind of products that we want to the export market, right? The international markets. Recently, for instance, we have understood that the toy industry has become a multi-billion-dollar industry, and with the help of the Indian government, we had started this toy hackathon where large-scale entries were received across India for ideas of producing toys which bring in Indian culture, Indian ethos, and also try to improve the education and the quality of intellect of the children, right? There were other changes that were proposed in the budget. The scrappage policy, which was introduced by the finance minister, is a very important policy with respect to how it will impact the overall auto industry. The recent past with respect to Bharat 6 emission norms, which have been imposed, and this has also impacted the auto industries severely in trying to come up with new vehicles and new technology to meet the overall demand. So this means that looking at all this changing business landscape, this kind of tells us that Indian manufacturing sector, Indian manufacturing industry with respect to different firms and different kind of industries within the manufacturing sector need to gear up their overall production, their overall quality so as to meet the demand in a way that is not only meeting the requirements of the current demand, the domestic and export market, but also is sustainable in trying to meet the not only the growth targets that are imposed, that are there for the country, but also to be sustainable in the long run. Going forward, if you look at the why do we actually need this growth push? So one thing that one of the things that Indian manufacturing sector, this is from a recent McKinsey report, it says that India has one of the lowest productivity among the Asian countries. Now, comparing with countries such as Taiwan, Korea, China, India probably ranks the lowest among the productivity. Taiwan has thrice the productivity of a worker as on the scale on a normalized scale. China has twice the overall productivity. Korea has as high as 4 times. So having said that, that means that there is somewhere industries across India are investing in a lot of money and talent, but that's not resulting in the overall productivity that that is expected. Now, we can also see across industries, across sectors, that the capacity that is invested by many of these firms is highly underutilized. You can see that we are hovering somewhere around 60 to 70%, which means that despite the growing domestic and export sector, we are still not being able to meet the demand by operating only at 60 to 70% utilization. That means that there is a huge gap where we can increase this capacity utilization so as to meet the demand, overall demand. Now, the other thing is that while our quality perception is slightly better than China and Taiwan, we still rank 43 in 50 countries which were surveyed by the global citizens. This was a survey done by Statista. As you can see over here, we stand 43 among 50 countries which were surveyed. This means that while we are on the growth phase in terms of the quality perception, but we still have to cover a lot of ground with some of the in comparison with some of the Asian countries, as you can see, Malaysia, Thailand rank very, very high as compared to India as well. So that means there is a large scope for improvement, both with respect to productivity, capacity utilization, or quality perception. And we believe that this is where a good manufacturing management practices that can be percolated to the different industries, different people from different industries, that is going to make a huge difference with respect to how India as an economy, as a manufacturing economy, can actually grow. And with the vision that our Honorable Prime Minister has in trying to make the GDP contribution from manufacturing sector grow up to 25% by the year 2023, I feel that I and Professor Gajanand feel that this is very, very important for the overall manufacturing sector to reskill themselves, upskill themselves in trying to understand what is the current way of managing the overall capacity and the systems which are there in the manufacturing sector. Now, what are some of the trends that are there in the market? We can see over here that the Indian manufacturing industry is rich with respect to the growth potential that is there. There is about $300 billion of growth potential that is there in the manufacturing sector. The gross value added, as you can see at current prices, is estimated about 394 billion, but there is still 300 billion more growth potential that is there as part of the manufacturing sector. That means there is 50%, close to 50% growth opportunities that are there, while we are still sitting at $397 billion. Now, there is also a strong policy push, as we have talked about, in terms of how firms are being incentivized to produce within India for having very high quality products. As you can see, government has started bringing in a lot of FDI, opened up FDI in many sectors, not only in the service sector, but also in the manufacturing sector. Now with the FDI being introduced in defense, in mobile manufacturing, there are a lot of incentives that are given to manufacturing firms to try to bring back production within India and produce a very high quality product. One example is, as you can see, for the mobile manufacturing in India, government has promised $5.82 billion of incentive schemes for high quality mobile manufacturing in India. Now, how do we gear ourselves up to the challenge of meeting such exciting demand that is there, to be geared up to be with equal to some of the major manufacturing firms across the world? What should we gear up with? So some of the trends that we have seen from the recent past in the manufacturing sector is that there is a very heavy push on data-driven manufacturing management. And the one thing that we need to understand is that data in manufacturing industry is there in silos, right? Data gets generated by customers, data gets generated by suppliers, the workers, the inventory which is moving around, the distribution that happens, and so on and so forth. But the main problem is that majority of the data that gets captured, sometimes it doesn't even get captured correctly, but even if it gets captured, it remains in silos. So how do we leverage that particular data and try to manage our manufacturing systems, effectively manage our manufacturing systems, so that our efficiencies increase, our productivity increases, and we become high quality producing country, right? Now, that is where digital transformation comes into picture. Many firms over the recent past have started investing in digital transformation. I'm not only talking about the multinational companies, which anyways have pushed from the headquarters from different countries, but even the Indian homegrown organizations, very big organizations like like IOCL, like HPCL, have started investing in digital transformation, and they have invested in several technologies like advanced robotics. They are talking about IoT based solutions, which actually are helping them in achieving the better efficiencies and better quality. Now, additive manufacturing is another phenomena that we are seeing, which is commonly referred to as 3D printing. We are seeing 3D printing is something that many manufacturing organizations are taking up primarily to reduce the turnaround times, because earlier they would have to work with suppliers, get the materials, try to prototype, and then start producing. And that's where 3D printing is coming into picture and trying to make sure the overall lead time with respect to production is coming down. Now, these are the emerging trends, and we feel that the manufacturing management and analytics program that we have designed is a culmination of all these different concepts. We have ideated this particular topic for quite a long time, and we have designed a program that kind of captures everything, all of these things beautifully, so that you can get a complete package from it. So I hand it over to Professor Gajanand over here in terms of explaining what the program is, how did we conceptualize this particular thing, and what is your value add from this particular program.
Thank you, Professor Sirish. So, as Professor Sirish said, a lot of changes happened in the past, right? In almost all the industries, especially in the manufacturing industry, with all these emerging trends, right? What Professor Sirish highlighted. So, with that, we conceptualize this program. The program is carefully designed to help professionals in the manufacturing sector, to be very specific, to get the required skills and knowledge for asking meaningful questions. That is, if you look at it, the landscape has changed, right? It's a known fact. But our knowledge, have we updated that knowledge? The way in which things are operating today is entirely different from how things happened 20 years back. Right, the missions, the computers, all these are new for a lot of people, right? With that comes a lot of challenges. The question is, are we really equipped? This program will help you to get the required skills and knowledge for asking meaningful questions, then to address the question with the analysis of data, and finally make decisions and insights gained from the analysis. Okay, so as you can see, the highlight of the program: get equipped with effective management of manufacturing system using analytics. So please don't misconceive the program as it concentrates only on analytics. Based on the emerging trend, the way in which the manufacturing operations has changed, right, that itself needs to be updated, right? So that is one part of the program, and without analytics, it is very difficult to move forward also, right? So our program will be a culmination of both, right? Recent advancement in management practices, manufacturing management practices, and how we can effectively use analytics to cope up, right? That is what the program will be. And you will have to take up a lot of projects while working on, while doing the program, right? Then you will also have a lot of case studies, which we will take you through, okay? And you will have faculty from IIM Trichy and other leading industry experts who are veterans in the field of manufacturing. You will have hands-on experience in various software tools for manufacturing analytics, and we'll also expose you to the recent Industry 4.0 tool. So like we said, the program has multiple facets to it. It's a combination of manufacturing management and how you can effectively use analytics for better, right? So with that, this is how we planned or envisaged the program. Two major pillars: manufacturing management and analytics. Your production operations management, manufacturing management and strategy, quality management. If you look at these three headings or topics, they might sound to be traditional topics. Yes, they are traditional. They are very important topics. However, a lot has changed even in these three topics, right? The way in which the earlier people were using, charts or pencil to draw the quality charts, right? Recently, all those things have changed, right? With new and advanced tools, your quality charts and implementation of processes, etc., have become easier, right? So we will talk about all those aspects also, right? And after that, what analytical tools and techniques that you require to effectively manage the manufacturing processes. Now, with that in mind, the program will have these courses. We have planned for 10 different courses as a part of this program. If you look at our brochure, you will get even more details of what each topic or course will talk about. Okay, so I'll leave that to you to go through our brochure, which is in our website. Quick introduction to IIM Trichy. So as you may be aware, this postgraduate certificate program in manufacturing management and analytics, It is offered by IIM Trichy. It is an e-learning program with one campus visit. During the campus visit, you will get a chance to meet all of your friends who will otherwise, you will be meeting online. We are doing this program in partnership with Jaro Education. So Jaro Education will be our technology and delivery partner. IIM Trichy will take care of all the academic aspects of the program. IIM Trichy is the 11th IIM to be established under the Ministry of Human Resource Development. We have completed 10 years now, and we are running 5 flagship courses, including the 2-year full-time program courses, one in postgraduate program in management, postgraduate program in human resource management. These are courses offered in the Trichy campus. Apart from that, we have a MBA program, a MBA degree granting program, which happens on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at our Chennai campus. This is specifically targeted for working executives with experience. We are ranked 15th in the NIRF ranking list, and we are the first IIM to be recognized under the Institute University Recognition Program of CFA. And we are also the first to enter into an MOU with NAC, right? So this is a general intro about IIM Trichy. As you can see the picture here, this is our campus, our Trichy campus, the admin building of our Trichy campus. Like I said, we also have a campus at Chennai. This is our academic block. And once you come for the campus visit, you will be able to see all this. You will be having your classes during the campus visit. 5 days of campus visit you will have. During that time, you will spend in the academic block. We also have our learning resource center. So library, we call it as learning resource center because again, things have changed, right? We have gone beyond books. This learning resource center has places for you to discuss, individual reading halls. You have places to break out, shout, etc., right? So all those things are available in this learning resource center apart from your cafe for refreshments. You also have hostels, the swimming pool, a gym, and various other sporting activities. Regarding the executive education and consulting at IIM Trichy, these are the various companies that we have partnered with. We have a long-standing relationship with all these companies. Various programs, both in terms of short duration and long duration programs, and in terms of in-company programs we have been doing in the past. And coming to e-learning programs through blended mode. So these are programs which were customized and offered for the clients based on their requirement. You can see for HPCL and L&T, we are continuing to do this program. These are long duration programs, and these are open certificate programs through blended mode. And coming to our program, postgraduate certification in manufacturing management and analytics, it will be a long duration program. As you may be aware, it is a 1-year long program. We will have 171 hours of direct interaction with faculty, of which for 5 days you will be spending on campus. You will have a capstone project which you have to complete at the end, right? So these are the requirements for the long duration program. As I have already mentioned, you will have 10 courses. You will have to complete these 10 courses for successful completion of the program. Once you successfully complete the program, you will be awarded the certificate and you will be part of the ever-growing IIM Trichy alumni. These are some of the long duration programs that we have been offering, and to this list, postgraduate certificate in manufacturing management and analytics will be included. So these are programs which are running at the moment, right? And this new program, we will be starting it, or we are planning to start it from May, right? So that's it from our end, and we are happy to take questions now. Thank you.
Yeah. So we are done with the session, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I now request all the participants to drop your queries so that it can be answered.
All participants can drop their queries in the chat box so that we can go through them and then answer them in that order. Mr. Muthukumar is not able to hear us, I think. Is it something that others are also experiencing? Yes, please let us know.
No, sir, you're quite audible. I guess it is there's a connection problem with Mr. Muthukumar's device, I guess.
Mr. Rajkumar Singh, on which analytics tools or software we will come across during this course? Okay, let's let us answer some of the easier questions. Mr. Arun Baby, what is the course duration? It is for 1 year long, as Professor Gajanan had mentioned. This would involve classes through the online mode of delivery for a significant period of time. It also involve one campus visit for 5 days. Okay.
So you will have to add on to Professor Sirish, you will have classes on all Sundays morning from 10 a.m. to 1:15. Okay, with a 15-minute, you'll have 1.5 hour session, 15 minutes break, and another 1.5 hour session. So every weekend on Sunday, you will have 3 hours of interaction, direct interaction with faculty. So this will happen for about 45, 46 weeks in the year, right? Then we will have a 5-day on-campus visit. Okay, that on-campus visit is mandatory. That 5 days, when it will be, we have not yet finalized. Depending on the prevailing COVID situation and the guidelines at that point in time, we will inform you about the campus visit. We will ensure that we inform about the campus visit well in advance, at least 1.5 months in advance, so that you can plan accordingly. The 5-day campus visit, it will be weekdays. Okay, like 5 days put together. That is, we can also plan for 3 weekdays and 2 weekends put together also. Okay, so that depending on the situation at that point in time, we can plan, right? So if most of you find your weekday to be difficult, okay, we all understand that in the manufacturing industry, it is slightly difficult to spend about 5 days. But like we said, you can plan very well in advance. The campus visit will be for 5 days.
Mahasweta Chanda, you can get more details for this course either on the JARO website, or you can reach out to us in IIM Trichy. The IIM Trichy Executive Education webpage. If you go to the e-learning page, you would be getting all the details regarding this. As Professor Gajanan has mentioned, this 5-day campus is primarily going to be weekdays, but we will try to see if we can have 3 weekdays and 2 weekend, Saturday and Sunday combined, depending upon and this is usually going to be towards the end of the course. So we will probably have that. You can plan it much ahead, so that we'll give you enough time for you to prepare for that. Let me take the question by Mr. Rajkumar Singh. Some of the analytics tools, Professor Gajanan will also add to me over here. So we will do spreadsheet modeling using primarily the spreadsheets, which is Microsoft Excel and other spreadsheet. We will also have probably some add-ons that Professor Gajanan will help you with in terms of leveraging the power of Microsoft Excel or any spreadsheet tool, and how do we try to solve some of the analytics related problems over there. You'll also be introduced to some of the other softwares like Minitab. And for quality, the industry professionals will probably talk about some of the quality tools which are used as part of the industry. You'll also be exposed to, while briefly, we will also try to expose you to one of the growing popularity tools, especially in the analytics space, which is R. We will try to make sure that you don't, while using R, you need not know a lot of or have programming background. We will try to make it simple for you so that you can use some of the advanced tools like R, which are free for anybody to use and free for anybody to download.
Yeah, to add on to what Professor Sirish has said, right? Don't concentrate on the tool. Okay, so our program, you can think of it as, having two aspects, right? One is the concept, second is the tool. Okay, we will teach the concept clearly. We will also teach the tool. The tool will help you to get a result using the concept, right? So we will expose you to tools, as Professor Sirish said, to Microsoft Excel. Most of the time we'll be using that. We'll be using a lot of add-ins or special features of Microsoft Excel. Okay, that we will be doing. Apart from that, we will expose you to R, and you need not worry about coding. knowledge or prior coding experience, we will take care of that. And we will also expose you to a software called GaugePack, right, which is a leading software, especially for quality management. Okay. And apart from that, yes, Minitab, again for quality management. So all these are some of the software tools that we will be introducing. What I would recommend you to concentrate more on is how to use the concept in a practical setting, right? Obviously, with the help of a tool. This whole package we will be discussing. So you need not worry about the tool or how to use the concepts. And I think there is one more question from Sai Lakhan. Are there any employment opportunities which can be provided by Jaro? Okay, so let me answer it from the perspective of IIM Trichy. So for this program, we do not have any formal place opportunity. We do not, from IIM Trichy, we do not promise any placement opportunity. However, upon successful completion, you will be part of the IIM Trichy alumni network. In the IIM Trichy alumni network, you will receive a lot of people posting for job opportunities, saying hey, I'm working in this field and we need people with these expertise, right? So that can be one possibility for you to interact with your alumni, your seniors of IIM Trichy, who might post various job opportunities, right? So that is definitely there. And Sirish, if you would like to add on.
Yeah, the other thing, Mr. Sailakan, is that apart from this, as Professor Gajanand had mentioned, you will be joining a group of like-minded people who are going to be interested in manufacturing management and analytics. So you will also be exposed as a network to people who might have these opportunities in hand, who might know people with respect to these kind of opportunities and growth opportunities. So I think this program is not just purely only about trying to upskill yourselves with the kind of concepts and tools, but also about networking with like-minded people and trying to be in the group of people who are interested and who want to learn more about manufacturing management.
Yeah,
So
and to add on to what
value add there.
Yeah. And to add on to what Professor Series said, we have received a lot of applications so far. And if you look at those applications, the kind of participants that we have people with experience from about 2 years to about 20 years. Okay, so we have a very diverse set of people who have already registered, who have already applied for the program. Okay, and we have people from various industries. Okay, all the big names that you can talk of. Okay, L&T, TVS, Lucas, Philips, Saint-Gobain, etc., etc. Okay, we have applicants from the agriculture sector. Okay, we have applicants from every manufacturing related sector that you can think of, right? And as Professor Sirish said, 2 years to 20 years of experience with a lot of like-minded people. Okay, you will not get this networking opportunity anywhere else, right? And who knows, maybe you meet the right set of people and maybe you can even start your own manufacturing organization for that matter, right? So many such things have happened in the past, right, where the people have met their co-founders, etc., through such programs, right? So those are again softer or indirect benefits that you will get.
Mahasweta Chanda, the details regarding the cost are provided both in the Jaro website as well as in the IIM Trichy e-learning website. But just to give you one figure, I think the overall cost comes around to about 2 lakhs plus GST for the overall program.
And you will have to pay the fees in 4 installments. Okay, split that amount in 4 installments. So those details are also available. Any other questions? Anybody? Okay, so there is another question, I think, from Gautam Rajan. Can you help me out how this program will help people who are working in the design sector? Okay, so if you look at the design sector, right? Again, design also involves a lot of optimization in there, right? And sometimes you'll have to design so that the process becomes easier, right? So there are multiple ways the program will also help people working in the design sector. You will get an idea or understanding of the manufacturing processes and the subsequent operations involved. Based on that, you can work on the design, right? So in that way also the program will help or support or complement the field that you are in. Sirish, anything to add
Okay.
on?
Yeah. So the other part is, so we want to also understand from Mr. Gautam Rajan that when you say design sector, it would be great if you could give us more details about which design sector. We are assuming that this is design sector within the manufacturing industry, and you want to contribute to the larger goal of your organization, and also with respect to becoming probably someday you becoming the CEO or the CEO of that particular organization. Then we definitely believe that the course will have a lot of value add in terms of what can be what you can receive from this particular program and eventually upskill yourself. So you will not only understand some of the design aspects, especially from the process point of view, but also try to understand how other elements of the manufacturing management can be integrated into your own design aspects, so that you can achieve better output from your own inputs from your design sector, right? So if that is, if you belong to that particular sector, then we believe that it is going to be helpful for you. We also have another question from Mr. Rajkumar Singh. I am working in oil and gas construction company for the last 2 years. After completing this course, how will my career transition onward? I am from non-programming background, mechanical. So as we would want to reiterate, this is not primarily going to be a tool-based course, or we are not emphasizing on any specific programming-based skills. As Professor Gajanan has mentioned, it is going to be concept-driven program where tools will be used to assist you in making decisions in the concepts that you are going to learn, right? Whether it is with respect to quality, whether it is with respect to managing processes, whether it is with respect to materials management, or in terms of overall aggregate production planning and things like that, you are going to use some of the tools so that you become more adept at understand not only looking at the data, but also understanding what those data kind of tell you to make very good decisions. So how is this going to help you in your career transition? Depending upon which particular organization you are working in, some organization also consider certificate program in management as a way for you to kind of upskill yourself. So it might help you in your promotions. You might have to check with your own respective organization for that. So because it is not consistent across organizations, we would not be able to comment on that. But one thing is for sure, that you will be better equipped with respect to the knowledge of all the various facets of manufacturing management, and how some of the analytics related tools can be used to look at data and analyze it and eventually make decisions based upon data rather than by pure intuition or the traditional way of looking at some of these things.
So to add on to process, Sirish, right? So till now you might be working in silos, right? So you might be in one department, you might be working there, right, for quite some time. Through this program, we'll help you to get the bigger picture, right? To look at the bigger picture, right? So that is one thing which, so if you have a good understanding of the various processes involved, right, you will be able to look at, okay, how others in the value chain operate, right? And based on that, should I do something? So that is also one more very important thing. And regarding program background, we are not going to do any programming. Okay. I think there is a common misconception that analytics is about programming. No, there is a lot more into analytics which you can do without programming. Okay. So we are not talking about being a data scientist. Okay. Let me be very clear. right? Or a data engineer for that matter. Those are different fields where you might require some coding knowledge. Okay, we are not at all going to talk about that. We will expose you to tools for analytics without much of programming knowledge, okay, and relevant to the manufacturing industry, right? And Ganesan has asked, can I shift my career into the analytics field? Yes, you will be equipped with the skills for that matter, but ultimately it is on you, right? So it depends on how much additional effort that you are putting in, right, to actually make a career shift. Okay, we will give you the exposure to all the right tools, but definitely learning is endless. You will have to learn more also to completely shift your field. Okay, so if you're asking about moving into in manufacturing industry, getting into an analytics level role, yes, definitely possible, but completely shifting yourself to some other analytics, pure analytics company, then you will have to put in a little bit additional effort.
Lakshmi Chamarthi is asking about whether we will be talking about manufacturing execution systems like Wonderware or GE or Siemens. Will not be, Lakshmi, we will not be talking about specifically some of these tools. There is going to be no emphasis on any of the technical software from some of these organizations. Some of them might be used in some organizations, some might be used in other organizations. So we will try to emphasize on tools which are going to be as much as possible non-licensed, freely available tools, so that anybody who is working in any kind of industry does not have to pay extra money, shell out extra money to buy these particular software and use it. We will try to use as much as possible free software, so that whatever you see in some of these tools, you can always do all of that in some of these free tools as well. So we will try to teach you those tools rather than focusing more on some of the licensed tools, which might be difficult if you are shifting from one organization to the other. I understand that larger organizations have the purchasing power to buy some of these software, and these softwares definitely give you a value add. But if you want to understand the concepts and apply tools, there are plenty of freely available software, especially for the analytics that we are going to teach in this particular course. You need not shell out extra money at all, as long as you have access to a spreadsheet tool or something that is probably a simpler tool that is available in all computers, that is a simple spreadsheet tool like Microsoft Excel, or a freely available software like R. We will try to use as much as possible, so that that will be beneficial to everybody, irrespective of what background and what kind of company they work for.
And I think the same goes with the question by Mr. Arun Baby, right? So on SAP report generation, again, it is a very specific tool, right? So we will not be doing any specific commercial tools that are available, because as Professor Sirish said, each organization will be using their own tool, right? And these tools are designed or tweaked to work well for your organization. Okay, so it will be endless. We will not be able to cover such.
Mr. Muthukumar is asking about working in automobile industry as an electronics quality engineer, how this program will mold me to the next level. Can you please explain in detail? Mr. Muthukumar, I think Professor Gajanand and I have already explained about it in terms of you being the part of quality engineer. You might be already exposed to some of the quality tools. You might understand some of these tools and concepts already. But what we are going to bring in is the concept of integrating other elements of the manufacturing management with respect to the quality, so that eventually, as you progress in your career, if you want to either continue in the same industry, in the same particular company, or if you want to move across companies, this particular knowledge of different elements of the manufacturing management in combination with your exposure to quality is definitely going to be helpful in transitioning to a better position, maybe at a level of a plant manager, or level of trying to understand, depending upon your experience, or becoming a chief operations officer, so that you can leverage all the different elements of the manufacturing management, so that the plant or that particular organization becomes highly efficient, productive, and produces very high quality products.
And Mr. Rajkumar has asked, if I miss any class to attend live, is there a way to see that recorded class? So, Mr. Rajkumar, for the program, there is an attendance requirement of 75%. Okay, there's an attendance requirement for 75% for each course. We have 10 courses. For each course, you have to maintain a 75% attendance. However, that remaining 25%, if you are missing, right, for some reason you are not able to attend, then the recorded class will be available till the end of the exam for that course. Okay, so till the end of the exam for that course, you will have the recorded class, which you can go back and review. And it applies to everybody, right? So after every class, let's say today is the class, after the live class today, by tonight or tomorrow morning, you will get the recorded class which you can view, and this will be available till the end of the exam. So however, if you don't please assume that it will be a pure lecture based program. Okay, the program is designed to be highly interactive. We'll have a lot of discussions, we'll use a lot of cases, we'll have a lot of hands-on learning, right? So if or the live interaction with the faculty and your peer group is what will make the difference. Okay, it's not about, see, just if you are just looking for something where you can go through recorded sessions, then you can do an exhaustive Google search and look at a lot of YouTube videos, right? Because but that will not give you the practical learning. Interaction with your faculty, case discussions with your peer, that gives you the practical learning which our course or which this program will offer.
Krishnadev Yadav, you're working in pharma company as store officer, as engineering QC department, engineering QC in charge. Also working on SAP system. Please help me. What is my best course for this particular field? So as far as I understand, you are as a store officer, your primary exposure is both with respect to materials management as well as you mentioned, quality control in your own organization. And you're also looking at SAP system. That means that you also have a fair understanding of how your ERP works. So we understand that, so depending upon how much years of experience you have, Mr. Krishnadev, and whether you would be continuing in that same field or you would want to change, I believe that at least in this particular program, we will try to make sure that we will try to tell you how some of the concepts of material management as well as quality, how do you actually integrate them? How do you make sure that together, how can they be used so that the manufacturing organization you are working with can get the best out of it? How do you generate some of the, what happens behind the back end of what you see as your SAP report or SAP system? Because when you work on some of these SAP tools, most of the formulae or the logics are already built. So you are primarily just using it as, it's either drag and drop or you're using some buttons or drop down so that you can select different options and eventually reports are generated based on which your decisions are made. And what this particular program kind of exposes you is with respect to how these decisions are eventually made, what exactly happens in the back end, so that in case you would if you are going to either move on to a bigger organization, better position, or if you want to open your own enterprise, manufacturing enterprise, this particular course is going to help you in trying to choose the best software in terms of, let's say, you might not be, if you are, let's say, starting your own enterprise, you might not have the purchasing power to install a large scale SAP kind of a program. You might buy some of the off-the-shelf ERP kind of solutions, which are designed for MSME kind of sector, depending upon the scale at which you would want to start. There, your understanding of what these particular tools actually do is going to be definitely helpful. How do you want to go forward in your career? There are different options that are available. You can eventually become you are already a store officer over there. You could probably become the material management head or procurement head. You can understand more details about sourcing. You can learn tools related to reverse auctions, help your organization save money with respect to the overall procurement. So there are several areas in which you can expand your career into, depending upon where you want to see yourself in the next 5 years, next 10 years. So there are several opportunities. You can either, as you are also interested with respect to quality, I think sourcing is definitely one area which you can think as best move for in your own career as well.
I suppose we are done with all the questions.
Yeah, and one more last word, right? So Professor Sirish and I be coordinating this program from IIM's end. Okay, we'll have many other faculty members from operations management and decisions area who will be teaching in this program. Right. Obviously, we will also be doing some of the 10 courses that we showed you. We will be some courses along with this. Our faculty members, our colleagues will also be teaching in this program. Okay, so it's not just you will be interacting with only the both of us. We'll have many other people also who will be teaching the program. Okay?
And also some industry experts who will be coming from the industry, who will be interacting with you and trying to bring some of the tools and techniques which are very much used within the industry, so that not only get a good flavor of academic world or trying to bring in some of the best case studies which are there in the industry across the world, but also what is happening in the industry currently. We will also be exposed to some of the industry practitioners. All right, it was a delight talking to all of you. We had some very good questions that we got from all of you. We hope we have answered some of your questions. If not completely, we've tried our best in trying to answer some of your questions. But please feel free to reach out to Jaro or reach out to the Executive Education Office at IIM Trichy. If you have further details, further questions on this particular thing, whether it is on the program or manufacturing management and analytics in general, please reach out to us and we'll be very happy to answer all your questions.
Thank you, Professor Gajanan and Professor Sirish, for this enlightening and knowledgeable session. I would also like to extend my thanks to all the attendees. It's been a pleasure to have all of you for today's session.
Thank you very much. Have a good Sunday.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.